So here's what's going on. There's a new development going in here in downtown San Luis Obispo, and it's got some people's feathers all ruffled because they're cutting down some big mature trees and killing a lot of trees to make room. So you can kind of see the branch piles, the log piles back there, and some really big redwood stumps back in there. So there's an activist out here at the corner, and I want to get his opinion about what's going on here. So this will be interesting. Here's another view of big redwood stumps. Oh, this gentleman is protesting over here on the corner of the street, rush hour traffic, and is making some noise with a sign that says "Slow City Council hates trees." So it'll be interesting to interview him.
What is your title?
My name's Jeremy. I'm from Next Level Arborist.
Next Level Arborist.
Yeah. So tell me about what's your sign here say, and what's your beef?
Okay. What got me started was this monstrosity, this eyesore, and to build that, they're killing 54 mature trees. 54 mature trees and coming out. Some redwoods I saw. Well, ficus and all kinds. And they always say, well, we're going to plant replacement trees, 3/4 of an inch in diameter. That's what the code says. And the tree committee now has no power. It used to be able to put thumbs down on a project. Now all they can do is advise. We suggest you plant more trees. They don't have to do it. You know, when Matt Ritter used to be the chair of the committee, he was wrote all those books and those trees up on something. Knows which type to plant.
Yeah.
When to plant them. And so
yeah, Matt's a specialist.
They chopped down about 500 trees over at the Delidio property. Go by there sometime and look at their replacement trees. First of all, they didn't replace them one-to-one. Those twigs that they have out in front of that place, embarrassing.
Yeah, small trees. So you're in favor of large replacement trees?
I want the code to change to a minimum of 2 inches in diameter.
Okay.
And they told me, well, we don't have any like that for sale around here. I said, well, you guys are all in favor of free trade. I said, it's like the old movie said, if you build it, they will come. If you demand 2 inches trees, somebody's going to supply them.
Yeah.
They'll show up with them.
Oh yeah. I ordered some yesterday.
2 inch?
They're around. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love to go
24-inch box, 36-inch box.
Well, that's the problem.
It's easy to find.
You can get a 15-gallon box, but the tree can be 3/4 of an inch.
True. Yeah. Sometimes that is better. However, they actually adjust to their environment when they're young.
Well, if you water them.
Yeah, if they're taken care of properly.
I water trees every week out at that campground across from Cuesta. I got some beauties going there.
Oh wow. So you're a tree advocate, you're a tree lover. But you were a psychologist, you said? And your name?
I've always worked at...
And your name again?
Will Power.
Will Power.
With an S.
I love it. Will Powers.
Everybody said they need a
psychologist. That's great.
You have a great profession.
Oh, thank you. I love it. I love it. This massive project is right up against this drainage little creek here, and you can see they've had to cut out some riparian trees. That's a black walnut there. This over here is a big pepper tree, but yeah, it's really close to the building there. I don't think it's gonna make it. And then that's a invasive tree of heaven over there, so I'm sure that's gonna go growing right on top of that concrete wall there. Okay, so let's break this down. We've got this old gentleman who is complaining about trees being cut down across the street from where he grew up and loves this place, loves these trees, hates the development that's going on. So what I want to basically get to is some things I wrote down here. Is people are very passionate about trees around development, right? So this gentleman's been living and working here, enjoyed them for 40 years is what he told me. I happen to have pruned these trees about 15 years ago, and so I'm familiar, and the trees were mature then. So they're taking out a lot of big mature trees, and I can understand that. So is he wrong? Is the man right? Does he have a right to complain? Of course he does. It's freedom of speech, right? So he has a right to complain. Is he also in line with the slow city ordinance? Does he have his facts straight? So I went and looked at the city ordinance to double check, and I have it here that there's code 12.24.090 came up when I checked the Slow City website, and the tree removal portion says, in fact, that if the replacement tree is a 15-gallon pot, if you know what that looks like, it's about yay big, and trees are typically 8-10 feet in a 15-gallon pot, depending what species of tree. Then those trees have a minimum diameter of 3/4 of an inch, according to the city. So that's pretty small. And he's saying that they should be at least 2 inches in diameter. So I get his point. So that's a good point. Whether they should replace 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 4-to-1, I don't know. And that's always a debate that happens in city and county circles and with activists. So some people may come and complain and require that trees be planted in more quantities or larger specimens. Sometimes huge specimens have to be replanted. And so that's always a challenge and an issue. On a project that I worked on recently, a very large Italian stone pine tree was removed in the city limits, and they required that 2 24-inch box trees be replanted for that tree removal. And those trees were 2 inches in diameter, easy. They were big and tall. They were over 12 feet tall, but they were, they were tipu trees, so they grow very fast, and they're nice big trees inside the box. So that kind of helps too if they're fast growing. So the point of this video is to help arborists understand that there's as many opinions out there as there are people, right? So when you go into your work, you got to understand that some people will love the work you're doing. Some people are going to hate the work you're doing. Some people might chain themselves to the tree that you're working on. If you remember that, if you remember the news from, it was probably 20 years ago now. If you're my age, you might remember that a girl was protecting redwood trees up north. And so she climbed a couple 100 feet up a redwood tree, and she stayed up there for like years. People giving her food and water and sending it up with ropes and helping her out. And anyway, she protected this redwood forest as a result of her protest. So people get pretty emotional about it. They get, there's strong opinions around tree removal. I've had people yell at me and shake their fist at me and call me a tree killer, especially out in certain communities along the coast. And it's understandable. So as you go into your work, be prepared. Know that you should be prepared for anything. And as a next level arborist, to remain respectful at all times. So that's a requirement with next level arborist, is that we always respect the client. Always, 100%. And we don't have to agree, but we have to respect them. All right, so it's good stuff. Thank you very much.